Alabama and Mississippi have long been perceived by both Southerners and non-Southerners to be in the heart of the South and carry on the legacy of lifestyle that is known as Old South. This can be evidenced further by the slowest changing race laws, ultra-conservative voting trends, pride in both religion and heritage, and rural landscapes. Negative stereotypes of racism replaces pride, while poor education and poorer households give this region of the South even more of a hurdle to impress the public eye. With America evolving rapidly, the question remains if Alabama and Mississippi are being left behind with their Old South ways. While some issues are holding them back, both states are moving away from the Old South perception, slowly changing economically, politically, demographically, and in education. Two declines in southern states have greatly impacted both Alabama and Mississippi. The first being a decrease in Southern baptism, coupled with this generation's lackluster involvement in religion, has effectively hampered the South's recognizable evangelical ways. Also, according to a recent poll conducted by the Associated Press, Southern identity and pride is down 7% amongst those in the South. The most common response for why is because of the unwanted stereotyping that comes with it. Recent news out of the two states have also impaired its progress. In Nettleton, Mississippi, it was discovered that a public middle school had segregated the positions available to the student government based on race. This has changed, but has brought unneeded negative attention to the state. And during the 2012 election, both Alabama and Mississippi had the most racist tweets per capita than any other states in the United States. Economically, these states have been making positive strides towards losing the Old South reputation of agricultural dominance. While Mississippi remains one of the poorest states in the U.S., it is one of the strongest states for African American owned firms and has grown a manufacturing sector with Toyota and Nissan plants calling Mississippi home. It has a long way to go with an above average unemployment rate and is one of the last southern states to be classified as rural. Alabama has made even more progress, boasting a stronger economy and plans for companies such as Airbus and Mercedes. It also is host to an aerospace research and development plant. It has boasted a 98% increase in African American owned firms in the last 5 years, and according to the Alabama.gov website, it has been awarded the Economic Development Award for the last 6 years. The biggest differences from Old South to New South in Alabama and Mississippi is the trends in voting and politics. In Old South Alabama, very few actually participated in voting, while the ones that did were better off than the voting public. Today, Alabama has a higher voter turnout than the U.S. average and has a large African American involvement. Alabama is the only state that the proportion of African Americans in state legislature is equal to that of its African American population as a whole. Mississippi is second only to Alabama in this category. Old South voters were all solid Democrats, while today Alabama leans very far to the right, except in the black belt portion of the state. Mississippi also leans far to the right, but has a much more competitive two-party system than Alabama. Although in some aspects of conservatism, Mississippi has not changed much. In 2001, 64% of Mississippi voted to keep its original state flag that includes the Confederate symbol. Both states are making efforts to step up educationally. Alabama has seen an increase in 2010, moving up 6 spots in public education. While Mississippi still remains at the bottom of the list, state government has pledged more money to public education and is taking steps to make a change. Demographically, both states are seeing a trend that is increasing all over the United States that it didn't see in the past. Hispanics are moving to Alabama and Mississippi at rapid rates. Alabama has seen a 43.7% increase, while Mississippi boasts a 37.8% increase in Hispanic population over the last 5 years. While both of these states still have a long way to go to shed some of its negative images and part ways with the Old South mentality, it is clear that Alabama and Mississippi are heading in the direction of a New South that is prevalent amongst its neighboring states.
Song of the South, sweet potato pie and a shirt my mind.